Hi there, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Khaki.
And we are sisters, business partners, and shocker, best friends.
This is our podcast, Two Sisters in Business. We'll let you decide who's older.
We hope you'll join us while we talk about what it's like to work with your sister, to be a mom, and run a family business.
So listen to us in the pickup line at school or while you're having your morning coffee.
We want you to be inspired to start that side hustle, escape the stresses of the day, and most importantly, laugh along the way.
Find us at Spotify, Apple, or wherever your podcasts are found.
And in case you're wondering, I'm the oldest. We hope you'll join Khaki and me. This is Two Sisters in Business. Okay, welcome to Two Sisters in Business. Lauren and Khaki.
Hi.
We have a very special guest today. We have Sally King Benedict on.
Hey, Sally.
And Sally, I'm wearing our collab piece that Sally designed and created artwork for, and that we printed on our Sherpa fabric.
Oh my God,
and
so exciting.
It's really cozy and so lovely. Everything came out so well, and I'm so excited to chat with you today, Sally, and discuss your career and your background as an artist, and to have a great conversation just about all things in the
so
art
beautiful.
world.
I'm so excited we were able to do this. We've been talking about partnering with an artist for so long.
Yeah.
And we finally figured it out.
We
And
did. It took a while.
Yeah.
But, and it's funny because Sally, you and I shared some messages, I think, years ago, right?
Yeah. Yes, I know. And all of a sudden, it was like Molly, our friend in common here, set off a light bulb, and I was like,
Yes.
I have got to get back in touch with Lauren, her sister, and see if there's still opportunity. And the timing seemed to just be right.
The timing was right, and it goes to show that you can't force things. And
Right.
I feel like it happened very naturally, and the whole process was on our end just so cool. And so I'd love to just dive into, I recently went out to Ketchum, to Sun Valley, where Sally lives, and visited her studio, and I was just blown away, Sally, by it looks like you're there right now at your studio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the coolest place. And for someone coming from the retail world and, where we are, just to kind of get a glimpse at an artist and work for me was really, really inspiring and so cool. Of course, we walked in and Sally was like, it's a mess in here. And I was like, this does not look like a mess. It looks like you are in the middle of painting things constantly and, getting inspired and getting creative. And so I'd love to just kick off with your background and how you got into this world and when you really officially got started as an artist.
Yeah, I feel like I really got started pretty quickly out of college.
Mm-hmm.
I think Charleston was a great city to foster, the support. I had worked for an interior designer for a long time and a jewelry designer and a frame gallery, and I was always around art, and I was a studio art major, and and art history was a big part of the whole College of Charleston. Liberal arts ended up to be great because it was small. I had a private studio pretty much all 4 years, and I always knew that art was just from the time I was teeny tiny. I was doing it in my parents' basement. I wanted to give it to people. It was totally my love language from when I was really little. And I think that the people that I was surrounded with in Charleston when I was 18 or 19, they encouraged me to just go for it and do my art career. And they were like, you don't need to be working for interior designers anymore. Just do the art. We have clients, your art is the right fit and all of this. So
that's so great.
I was really lucky, and I was really fortunate to have that small community of people that had been in the business for such a long time. And, and that support system launched my career, I would say, for sure. And my mom had sold art when I was younger, growing up in Atlanta. So I always had this background of, being in galleries, walking around, seeing artist studios in Atlanta. So I really did grow up with it.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was always going to be what I was going to do no matter what. Mm-hmm. But doing it as a career was hard in the beginning. I mean, I was knocking on gallery doors, I was spending every cent I had on making a website and a portfolio. So, I mean, it was before I mean, we had to like call and
Yeah.
cold call and
Right.
be told no.
Right. Yeah.
Just or really just no response was the worst.
Yes.
And
Right.
I got that a lot. There was a lot of empty, sort of, you would think that somebody would come back and say, sure, or maybe it's not the right time, but it
Yeah.
was humbling. And I started that way. And then I just kind of built my way up. And so
Yep.
it was from right out of college, I would say. So
And
it's almost been it's like 20
wow.
years almost.
Oh my
And what
gosh.
were your like first pieces like at that point? Like what was your like aesthetic then, I guess? And yeah.
They were figurative. They were, I think, coming out of college, you paint a lot of figures, you're doing a lot of self-portraiture. The figure sort of was always in the forefront for me.
Mhm.
And my first pieces were more like city scenes. I wish I had
Yeah.
anyway, they were
We can flash
more
it up after too if you
Yeah.
yeah.
the quality of the photo is really bad. It's probably on like a disposable camera, but they were really zoomed out and they were more city scenes, but they were people and they were abstracted and they were,
Mhm.
the whole like abstract expressionism. And my professor he studied under Dubuffet, who was kind of, he was figurative, but it was sort of dark and there was a lot of sort of sadness in his paintings. And I think that I looked at a lot of his work when I was in college, but the colors were really sad to me. So I think
Mm.
I really wanted to express happier, lighter,
Yep.
I
Right.
wanted to make people happy with my work. And I think that I was looking at a lot of art that made me sad.
Yeah. And
Right.
I wanted to change that because I saw a lot of that, I think, from
Right.
just because that was my professor's, that was who
Training.
he
Yeah.
studied under. So
Right.
that we saw a lot of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so you were in Atlanta at this time, right? And kind of
That was Charleston. And
okay.
then, so we had our first son there and then we
Oh, got it.
moved. So I stayed in Charleston years after college.
Got
And
it.
then we moved to Atlanta when he was born. So,
Yep.
and then we were in Atlanta like almost 10 years
Oh wow. Yeah.
before here.
And so you had a studio in Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
and a showroom and like really built your business down there, I guess. That was kind of like the start of everything.
Yeah, I would say Atlanta was, back home to where I grew up. And yeah, it was like a different fast paced designer,
Yeah.
doing a lot of more fashion events. And,
Mhm.
it was just kind of a little bit, it was a totally different from Charleston, but also amazing because it is still
More
a
of a
small
city.
art tight community and the
Mhm.
design world. ADAC was right next to my studio. There was a lot of, and I love, I've always loved fashion. So there's a lot of great events with that. And
Yeah.
so that was a good energy, like to keep it going. The
Right.
buzz of it was really helpful, I think.
Did you have any moment or moments where you had a big breakthrough, where you had a big sale or a commission came in, or was it kind of just like over time?
I think there were a few commissions that, one was for a hotel in Charleston that
Mm.
was really exciting. It's interesting that the style of the commission that I felt like was a breakthrough for me there was one that I did for a private client, one that I did for a hotel, and then one that I did for a commercial space in Atlanta.
Mm.
And they were all very similar in that they were completely abstract.
Mhm.
They were huge and they were on linen and they was like black and they were there. It's such a specific look of work that I do. And I don't do many of them, but the people that are drawn to that have been like really fun clients. They've been really huge. They've been for all three of the types of spaces that I could want to be in. So I think that particular style was a breakthrough for me.
Mm.
And it remains to be like, there's only a few of those kind of pieces.
Right.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so cool. How much when clients like that commission things, how involved are they with the final product? Or do they let you run with it?
They Well, there's one that I did, and I think they were all drawn to the look of this piece, and so they would they let me run. I mean, they totally
Yeah.
let me run with it,
That's
but
so cool.
I had some sort of a parameter of like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
knew what they were wanting. There was also one commission I will say that was really fun, and she's an insanely creative client and works with one of my favorite designers. But she truly collaborates on every wallpaper, every dining room,
Wow.
everything
Yeah.
is totally custom in her houses. And she wanted me to do a painting inspired by Disney characters for her
Oh,
Oh,
grandkids.
wow.
wow.
And I was like, how am I going to make that go? you know, what is that going to look like? But that was one of my most fun challenges because, again, it was sort of large scale and it was like making a contemporary spin on something that we've all seen 1,000 times. So
Yeah.
that was really, really fun. And like the way it was installed. And anyway, that
That's
was a
so
really
cool.
fun one too.
Well, I think
Wow.
Yeah.
that's what I'm so impressed at also is, you can be an artist, right? Like you can,
Yeah.
or a designer, but you have to have this business acumen and you do both, you do all of that really well. I have to say, like you have an e-commerce site, like you know what I mean? I think it takes a very unique person that can like see business opportunities, but also create art and like
Hmm.
keep it going for so long, like and
Yeah.
stay inspired really. I mean, I know there's probably been times where you haven't felt as, I mean, for us too, like 10 years in, we're like, there have been years where I'm like, oh God, like how are we going to do that? How are we going to think of new designs? You know, like
Yeah.
you get
God,
stuck
yeah.
sometimes. So, have there been moments like that? And how do you keep yourself going? Like, I want to know personally too, like are there things you do to kind of like get back in that creative headspace?
Well, I think working with you guys is a perfect example. Like the collaborative projects that are make you think out of the box, make
Mhm.
you think in a different medium. Those for me have been the biggest like reboots and like re-inspiration, I would say.
Amazing. Yeah.
Because it is hard, like you want to spend time your time is so it's quality over quantity now. It's like you
Yeah.
have to
Yes.
spend your time and spend it really wisely because we have kids and
Right.
you're pulling from so much and you don't want to be redundant, but you also do want to give people what they want, and
Hmm.
some of that is from 5 years ago or 10 years ago, so you have to keep these things new and relevant. But I would say when I would say naturally I've been lucky because I've been able to partner with people like you guys and you know to create something that's different from what I can create myself, or working with a client that wants a Disney painting. Like that for me is
Yeah.
experimentation. So like my best I just think being able to do something different, like experimenting, is what gives me inspiration.
Yes. That's great.
Yeah.
Or substituting at my kids' school in the art class. I mean, kids are incredible
Oh, that's so
inspiration.
great.
Yeah.
That's
So I
so,
mean, high school students doing these like surrealism inspired collage work. I mean,
wow.
I was blown away. I could not believe it,
That's so
and it was
cool.
just like, wow, you just can step outside of your workspace for one day and be re-inspired,
Right.
That's
so easily.
amazing.
But
Yeah.
you have to seek it out.
So what's
Well,
your, oh, sorry, go
I was
ahead.
just going to say, like, we always talk about our brand and like staying true to ourselves too. Like,
Good question.
with you and getting these commissions, you have this project that your client asks you to create art around Disney characters, which seems very hard for
Yes.
me. I'm a very literal person. I'm like the numbers person. I'm not an artist by any means. So like taking your form and your artist, your style, and creating art around Disney characters, like how, like making sure that you're staying true to your art form, that like over time and I mean that just seems so hard to me. Like so
Hmm.
and like to Lauren's point, making sure that you create like maintain your business
Right.
while staying true to yourself just
Well,
seems like
I think what you're getting onto
yeah.
too is like Sally is a true brand
yes, like
that
your
people
brand. Yeah.
recognize
Mhm.
your like that your aesthetic that I think probably has shifted and, taken different forms. But like I can look at something of yours and know it's yours right away. Like you really
Yes.
kind of you've been able to do that really well. So like as brand people,
Yeah.
we really appreciate
Yeah.
that you've been able
It's
to
amazing.
do that. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so over time, like on that note of staying true to yourself and your brand,
Mhm.
because you've had different like figures and things in your work. Like when we were in your studio, you had the fish
Uh-huh.
paintings and wildlife. Like, so over time, do you find you can shift and like find different subject matter, but like keep it true to your brand, like Kaki was just
Yeah.
saying. And how do you do that? Like, what's the process with that, I guess?
Right.
Well, I think like again, sort of reaching for that inspiration, for lack of a better word, or just something to like, excite you is like, do you have, like, I always am like, do I have a style established enough, or a look, or,
Mhm.
something
Mhm.
that people will recognize, even if I apply it to a
Right.
To a
bear,
different.
Yeah.
Right.
even if I apply it to a painting of the, a landscape, or, can I, for me, it's a personal challenge of, I want to see, I want to like truly, I want to do it for myself to see if I can
Mm.
do it. Just like
Mhm.
I want to see if I can still draw a more traditional portrait of somebody. I want to see if I can
Right.
do an architect rendering of a house. Like I, I really find a lot of joy in that personal, um,
Accomplishment.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think that I'm trying to challenge myself to stay activated in my studio, like to
Yep.
stay
Mhm.
excited. And so I like to see if I can pull it off.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, I'm like, can I do this? Like, can I apply my style and what I think is like, my painterly palette and, my brushwork? Can people recognize that even if I give them something that they're not expecting?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I just think that like, I think there's certain things that maybe people recognize, hopefully, with my work. And I feel the same way about y'all. Like, I recognize the cut, there's
Hmm.
things that are very specific towards, I think, strong branding and the brands that I love and the pieces that I buy to wear,
Mhm.
or for my house. Like, there's, kind of 10 of each that I know will work. So I'm hoping that if people like my style for that painting, then that'll apply. Oh, wow, I didn't realize Sally did wildlife paintings, but I really like that too, because I
Yeah.
like the continuation of her style. So
Right.
Hmm.
I want to see what I can accomplish myself.
Right.
And
That's great.
then
Yeah.
if people like it, that's great. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes.
that's what creates the career. But I'm truly like wanting to see if I can do it for myself, which I think is the most important thing, which I think is what,
Yeah.
is important to staying true to yourself. That's exactly it. Like, you don't
Yeah.
do it for someone else at first. I mean, I
Hmm.
wouldn't have thought to do a Disney painting, but that was amazing inspiration for me, because then I proved that I felt good about it. I
Yeah.
felt good
Yeah.
enough for it to be hanging. So those are just yeah. So I think
That's
doing
awesome.
it,
Yeah.
as a personal challenge is why maybe it's worked. I don't know. I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely hard.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
in
And they don't
our,
all work. I mean, none of
I
a
know.
Yeah.
lot of the ideas,
Right.
stay buried away and put
Stay
away,
very,
but
I know.
some of them work. Every once in a while, something works, and
Right.
that's, it doesn't happen very often. But if it does, you have to just go with it. Like the
Right.
Mhm.
wildlife stuff, it's just like, I'm just gonna lean into this now.
Yeah. And
I
see
Yeah.
like
where it takes
it's
you.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
And I have to say, with our process in the collaboration, I didn't have, I mean, I don't know if I had a vision of what it would look like in the end, but it was
Mhm.
so fun to kind of, I mean, granted, we weren't like physically together during some of it, but like to see and have the calls with you and how you were like, it's not quite there yet. Like, I need more time. And I
Yeah.
love that. Like, I appreciate that so much. I'm like,
Totally.
go, spend the
Yeah.
time, like get the colors, like get it where you need to be. And our director of production, Jess, like she talk about numbers and
Oh yeah.
timelines and stuff.
Schedules.
Yeah. And like, I think with my background in fashion, like I do appreciate the time that's needed, And so
Right.
we're all a good balance of that, right?
Yes.
Like, but it was so much fun to work with you and like see that process and like it's very inspiring for us because it's like, oh, if we need more time to do something, like take it or go walk, step away, go to a museum, like go somewhere to get inspired
Get
and
the
like,
inspiration.
yeah, and just step outside of your comfort zone a little bit. But I
Mhm.
think that was fun, so much fun for me to like
So fun.
see that process. And then, here we are, end up with this like so cozy, cool Sherpa. Um,
I know.
and
I
yeah,
love it so
it's so
much.
great. And it was so much fun to like bring it to you in person and like have you unwrap it for the first time and how excited you were. And so it was just, I wish Khaki could have been there. I
I
was like, Khaki,
know.
she was so happy. And yeah, it was
Our
really great.
customers are loving it too. Like we're getting amazing feedback from them because it's actual work of art.
Yes. Yes.
It's a piece of art.
Wearable
They're
art.
buying a piece of art on
Yeah.
fleece.
And
So
so many of
they're
our
loving it.
customers and friends of mine follow you and love your artwork. Like I ran into a friend in town and I was wearing it again. I've been wearing this pullover a lot.
Constantly.
And my friend was like, "Wait, I have been following her forever. I like want to commission her for some, I don't know." So, so you have many followers even on the East Coast too. Which I also
Yeah.
wanted to ask too, like what galleries, how does that work now? You're 20 years into this. Like, do you still you're in galleries around, the country really. Have you ever been on the East Coast too? And you should come to Connecticut or New York.
I know I should. I mean, I definitely have a lot of clients up where you guys are.
Yeah.
I still show in Heidelbrooks, which is in Charlotte. So that sort of is kind of my southeast hub.
Yep.
I just started showing back in Atlanta a little bit just to like have a presence there because I feel like people think I just fell off. I don't know where they thought I went, but a lot of people don't even know where we live still. So that's so funny to me. But and then I used to, yeah, I had some work with they were just amazing. It was in Quag. So out in,
yeah.
Yes.
in Long Island, and they were amazing. And so I did some shows there, and they would take me to like some fairs in New York. And I feel like there's really like a great Connecticut. There's a great there's still a great client base there, and I need to have representation up there again. I would love that.
Yeah.
I just haven't.
Well, maybe we'll put the word out now and manifest it.
Yeah,
something
I
will
would
come.
love to be showing. I would love to be showing up in New England. It's my favorite. I mean, it's just it's my favorite place in the world. And I feel like we haven't been in too long. But
well, and
I mean, all my friends are getting them. They're all coming in now, and they're all like running into each other at the grocery store, and they're sending me all these pictures. I got to start sending them.
Oh my God, I love
and
that.
then and the kids, I mean, it's just so fun. It's so full circle. It's my first time to be able to like match my dog. I never, it feels like such a kind of dream. And, and I think that it was really fun, the process of all the colors and all the iterations we went through and the different kind of, I mean, we really went through quite a few
we did
like ideas, I want to say. And I love where we landed. And when I was reading through some of y'all's questions about inspiration for this pattern, sorry, I might be skipping ahead.
No, not at all. No. Yeah.
But it just reminded me so much of, my childhood, like being in a cozy fleece, and it was always a printed chinchilla, like T-snap Patagonia.
Yep.
Like 1993. That's when they came out with the printed chinchilla. And I'm so glad that like we got to this kind of like this kind of scale of print and this kind of like offset color. Like I found my old like Patagonia blanket.
Oh yes.
Like these things are just so treasured from our childhood. And 100%. I don't know, I'm just so pleased how it came out because it reminds me so much of us growing up, and like
a little nostalgic.
Yes, exactly.
So a printed fleece for me has like always been my dream to be able to be, have a hand in. So I'm just so thankful and grateful for you guys to let me, get to a place where we were both so happy. And I know it takes time, but I love the way it came out. And the hardware and your finishing details are so gorgeous. That's what really makes it special is like
the little drawstring.
But there's like all these special things that you don't find, like, so
I love that.
Anyway.
Yeah, they don't make them any like that sometimes, like when you're ordering off certain sites. Like it's nice that yeah, the quality and everything. So now you're out in Ketchum. So you went from Atlanta and moved out to Idaho during COVID.
Yes.
And you have 3 kids out there. Visiting Ketchum and the area, like how you were just saying you love New England. Like I texted my husband and I was like, it's amazing out here. He was like, are we going to move to Ketchum? I was like, I don't know, but it's like really nice out here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell us about that move from the South out West and just like embracing that lifestyle. It's really like, it's wonderful.
It is. I mean, I think from the moment, we both came out here separately as kids with totally, we didn't know each other obviously, but when River learned to ski, I think we just had this connection out here already. And once we got out here with him, I don't know, I just it's sort of wide open
Yeah.
spaces. It's so casual. There's nothing like, I don't know, it just seems safe, and the
Yeah.
community is so strong, like the sense of community, the people that live here full time, like really you can tell right away. Like even as the first time I came, I was like, wow, people live here in
Yeah.
this ski town,
Yeah.
fully live here. They're so proud of it. But they also like totally embrace the tourist and the visitor, which I loved. Like we go to the lodge and have drinks.
Mm.
Like I'm like the hotel, and then
Hmm.
we hang out at the base of the mountain, like with. I just think
Yeah.
that there's like a mix of people that aren't here full time or visit, and then the people that are here full time. Like there's really a nice
And even in the summer,
feeling.
there's people that come in the summer too that maybe live in
Oh yeah,
it's like Texas, it's really hot, so like go north and they
right.
spend 6 weeks in Sun Valley and it just sounds so idyllic. It's like
It is.
and then when
And there's
we
free schools, and I don't know.
yeah,
I mean, I can't say enough
I
amazing
know.
things. I just,
Well, and
I
then we
still
had this trunk show at
about.
Sally. Yeah, we had a trunk show at your studio, and all of your friends and the ladies that were coming, like rode. A lot of them rode bikes, and like I was like, this is so cute that it's like such a little area that you could just ride your bike to
I
like
love
the trunk
that.
show. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I mean, the bike path is like what keeps us all. It's just amazing. I mean, my kids can have total independence, and
Hmm.
I just think the safety part and everybody is sort of here for the same reasons. They want to give their kids an active, like safe,
Hmm.
healthy lifestyle, and everybody to have that in common it's really special. So we all feel, yeah,
That's
it's
great.
great. We love it so
Love
much. I
that.
miss the South though. Do not get me wrong. I
Yeah.
like miss the grit and like the unexpected, and
Yeah.
there's a lot I miss, definitely. But overall, I think that this is the life I always dreamed of having.
That's so great. And do you
It's
find
amazing.
it inspires your work too, like being out there and just like I feel like the wide open spaces is like
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
a metaphor for like having this like open range, of like,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I think I mean, it draws so many interesting people here, and
Hmm.
you could be going and sitting at coffee, and everyone's so friendly. They talk and they share their experiences, or what line of work they're in, or what they
Hmm.
came from, or you know, whatever. So there's all these really fascinating, really creative people here, and I think that maybe it's more of an open book here, like in a
Hmm.
small town. So
Hmm.
I feel I don't know, it's such good energy to be around, creatively speaking. Like you just feel like you could talk
Yeah.
to anybody and they would love to have a conversation.
Yeah.
It's
So
amazing.
that part is really, really helpful. And I think in a bigger city, I was intimidated by talking to anybody.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it feels different. It feels like so, like it's not formal here. It's just like, oh yeah, I've got time for that. Like let's
Yeah.
go on up and
That's
talk about
great.
it. And then you like learn where these people are, like what their
Oh my
careers have been.
gosh.
And you're like, oh my God.
Well, yeah. And there's like some big names that vacation out there and raise
Yeah.
kids like
Yeah.
Demi Moore
And
and
very interesting people.
yeah.
Really
Yeah.
interesting people, which is, it's just so that's been a lot of fun.
That's
Do
so
you,
cool.
Everybody's,
when you look
yeah.
back at your work, do you see like different phases of your life in your work? Like being out west, your work looks in a certain way, and then like being Atlanta, your work looks certain. And I don't know, like just can you see
Yeah.
your life kind of develop throughout your work?
That's a good question.
I wish I could say yes, but I honestly like don't I don't see I don't see really that much of a difference. I
Yeah.
feel like I've wanted to um I don't know, I like 10 years it I don't have a
Yeah.
Yeah.
good answer for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
You're
feel
staying
like
true to your work.
Yeah.
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 feel
It's
like it's always kind of like taking 2 steps forward and then like 5 steps back and like 2
Yeah.
steps forward and like 1 step. Like I feel like it evolves and then it sort of like comes back a little bit and then it like evolves again, hopefully. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that kids, like no
Yeah.
kids, then like a baby and then no kids for another 10 years, like
Hmm.
it's just sort of like I don't know if somebody would be able to look at it and say, oh, this is when she was in Charleston or,
Right.
because I
Right.
still love the beach more than ever. And I live
Yeah.
in the mountains now, like I
Yes.
used to live on the beach. So I think I'm always painting actually kind of the opposite of where I am aside
Oh,
from the
right.
wildlife right now. Cause I want to paint where I want to be. And a lot of times that's an escape for me.
Oh
Yeah.
But
yeah.
That's
That's
so, I
interesting.
love that.
Yeah.
yeah.
So how do you, if you could also walk us through because what I selfishly want to ask is when you put something up on your site to sell, like what is the process with that? Like, do you find yourself just kind of, like you said, like it's almost like throwing spaghetti against the wall and seeing what sticks with what you're painting, and then you decide what to actually sell? Like, because you're an e-commerce site, like we are too, selling fleece. Like, how does that, we know the production process for fleece, but how does it work for like an actual painting that you're putting up?
Yeah, it's fun because I feel like it's a bit of an experiment. I mean, half of it is planned. I would say like all right, I'm inspired by this. I'm gonna do a collection of these works on paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put up 20
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I'll hope that 5 or whatever. I'll hope one sells, but hopefully more than
Yeah.
one. And then I think that buys me um not literally, but it just sort of affords me some time to say like, all right, I'm going to work on a few other like bigger pieces
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to put them out there and see, yeah, like what sticks, like if what the response is. So
Right.
I feel like I always kind of have a selection or a collection of things that I know people like and
Right.
react to and that like I feel good about. Like there's just sort of things that I like to do that are little studies of bigger pieces that I think that are more, they're a better price point for, for e-commerce and
Mm-hmm.
for people to just say, okay, I'm gonna buy that. They're not thinking about a huge investment
Mm-hmm.
of like a big painting. So I put those sketches out sort of knowing that I have that client out there. And
Yep.
then with that, I pepper in bigger pieces that I'm like, maybe it's something completely different. Maybe it's a still life. Maybe it's sort of like I test for my next collections.
Yep.
And it is fun because I can do it at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I can sort of like come in here and do things and then
Yeah.
I put them on and if they work, they work. And then I might do a whole collection based off of that, like
Right.
based off of
Right.
a neutral sort of palette. I test things constantly. Like I'll test the palette of something. I'll test the subject matter or
Yep.
whatever the seasonality is. I mean, I don't know how you guys do it planning so far in advance.
I
Oh,
know.
Oh gosh.
like a year
I
ahead.
Yeah.
have to think like the day before, I'm like, oh,
Yes.
I've got to have some things out there for people to, for gifting for Christmas and things that
Yeah.
are, approachable price point wise. But I really enjoy the business side of it. And I think
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really love to see like numbers
Yeah.
and where people are reacting and where people are finding the work from. Like,
Yes.
I really love all the metrics. And
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
I was always a numbers person. So I think that like that part is so fun that part is really
Yeah.
fun for me. And I can do kind of as little or as much
Of
as I
either.
want to. I
Yeah.
need to be doing a lot more.
Yeah. We all do though.
Yeah.
But my time is like, I come in the
Yeah.
morning and I do stuff on my computer and whatever, and then I sort of plan, but then things always come up. So a
Yeah.
lot of times I'm scrambling, but yeah, that it's sort of, there's always like a set of things that I know I can fall back on, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking
good.
of like coming in and getting on your computer and the numbers and all that, like what is your typical day or what's like your perfect day in the studio?
Yay. My dog is here with me.
Yeah.
My perfect day is like, getting the kids to school, coming here, having my second cup of coffee, like at my computer,
Mhm.
answering some emails, hopefully not just being reactive, but doing something proactive as well, business wise.
Yep.
Like I feel like just answering emails, like catching up is not my perfect day. Like actually doing something and putting something out there, like
Yes.
actually reaching out to someone else
Yep.
would feel like a win for me.
Yeah. Yes.
And then I get to like turn my phone on do not disturb, and then I probably love to start painting around like 11
Mm.
and then paint until about 4. I mean,
Oh,
I don't
wow.
leave,
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Until
I
school
don't
pickup.
like to,
Yeah.
until
That's
or
great.
maybe I'll go and pick up my daughter one day and take her to dance or something, but
Yeah.
typically I'm painting all day, painting that block, and then I'll go to the grocery store, cook dinner, and get home, and like
Yeah.
then we have our time with our kids.
Yep.
But that's
That's
typically I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
other stuff,
Right. And
We
that's amazing though to be able to shut your phone off and do something.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
that would be perfect if
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're just undisturbed, you still get to be with your kids, or like maybe you do one pickup, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
that's my perfect day. I mean, I
Yeah.
would say in yoga, but I don't really have a lot of time for that right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I do some stretches and,
Yeah.
but when ski season starts, I mean, I'm looking at the mountain, like I can see people ski out of my window. So
Yeah.
I'll run over there for an hour every
I love-
morning and meet a friend.
I
That's
know that
amazing.
like they all just go. It's so cool.
I mean, we have to like make an effort to ski, like travel 3 hours. And so
Yeah.
it's amazing that you can just go out the door and ski.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a trick. It's a trek for us. So
Yeah.
you guys are all
Yeah.
so lucky. So what? And then tell us about your Instagram before we wrap up. Social media and the art
Well,
world.
I was thinking this morning before the interview, like social media really helped artists, interior designers, like,
Yeah.
because that, like you're talking about how you started before social media was so local. You had to go knock on doors and make phone calls. And now, I mean, you have such a following on social media, which is amazing.
And
So-
people love to see beautiful things. And
Yeah,
happy,
exactly.
I don't know. It's all very colorful and but to
So-
Kaki's point of like, how has that transformed your business and
Yeah.
has it? I guess it has it.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, it was like, it was really, hitting the pavement in the very beginning, but then we were so lucky that I think that, or you guys are, I don't know how many years ago social media kind of Instagram started.
Instagram was
I
like
should know that.
2011, I think.
2011.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like I had quite a few years to like really, get familiar with how the art world worked. And then it started and I felt like I was able to ride that wave.
Yeah.
And I got lucky because what a lot of people are doing now, these like flash sales or whatever it is, or just these drops or, I mean, like, I
Yeah.
know there's all these different terminology for everything, but there wasn't a lot of art like what I was doing out there, at least. I don't think, like from a sales standpoint, and sort of this idea of like competitive buying,
Yeah.
on Instagram, like if you want it and you're seeing it, you better get it now
Buy it.
because it's like someone else is going to get it. I think there was a sense of urgency that I was able to
Tap into.
capture with a clientele like very early on. And I really worked that angle to my advantage. And I think I really built most of my following from a long time ago.
Yeah.
and then, I haven't been growing so exponentially since then because it's so hard to keep up. But when
Yeah.
it was way more simple and, and people were so excited and they weren't seeing a lot of the same thing over and over and over again,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
felt like I was like right on time. So I
Hmm.
got really lucky with the timing. I mean, the timing is everything, but I did put in the work and I did like totally like hone in on utilizing that free advertising. I was
Yes.
like, oh
Yeah.
my God, this is great.
Yeah.
So, I think that keeping up with it now is a different kind of struggle, but
Yeah.
it's something it's something you have to do if you want to
Yeah.
be a business person.
Yep.
And if you're not doing it, you're
Missing out.
behind. And
Yeah.
I you're missing out. So I mean, I'm gonna ride the wave. I
Yep.
don't look good on the surfboard, but I'm gonna try to stay, standing because it's really hard. I don't know what that just came out of nowhere.
That was a
Love
good
Um,
it.
one.
That was good.
but
Wow. We're going to
I
be using
don't know
that.
how to
Yeah.
surf.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't
We're
even
but
know how to
we're on a
surf,
boogie
but I
board at
wish
this
I
point.
did. And so,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, a boogie board, right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
but I think that I try to I really try so hard to to put things out there that I think are natural and are authentic to me. And and I think sometimes it's devastating when people unfollow you. I mean, it's a real feeling for me. I get upset and I try not to, but
Yeah.
it's I'm a sensitive person, and you're in a very vulnerable situation putting out your artwork. and and
Yeah. I
and
know
so I
not
think it
only
takes a lot of I
not
think
only
it takes a lot of
yourself. Yeah. But your art.
bravery.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, to put things out there and then people are like, but it's fine. I know that the people that are my really good clients and care
Hmm.
enough are there, and if
Uh-huh.
they want to see it, and that's who I'm speaking to. And if there's anyone else that wants to see it, then they'll stay along, so
Yeah.
it is very challenging though, I think.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
I think you do a great job. I
Y'all do
mean,
I do
a really good
too.
job.
well,
Well, I've tried to I need to have somebody else help me, and I've gone through that sort of
yeah. Yep.
situation. But then anyway,
Yeah.
I'm conflicted because I feel like it has to come from me because
Hmm.
it is my work. And every time I try to hire out for help with social media,
Doesn't feel
it just
right.
doesn't feel like me. So I end up having to do it all, but I do my best. It's really hard.
It
It
is
is
so
hard.
hard. I think there's something to be said about that, though, that people want to hear from you. And it's that, I mean, this is like such a word right now, but like the authenticity of it is like
Hmm.
so important, and feeling like it's you
Yeah.
posting and connecting with your customer base and your community. I don't know.
Yeah.
We have somebody doing ours now, and she's amazing. Um, but it's hard to let it go too for
It is
me
hard.
because I'm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But y'all are selling a whole line, like a whole product. It's like more. I don't
Right.
know. It's like
Yeah.
I
I know
feel
what you
like
mean.
yeah, like I would love to have somebody. I mean, maybe I will. I think I probably will have
At some
somebody
point,
again soon because I can't
keep up.
possibly stay up with it and create at the same time. I think people
Exactly.
really need somebody to do it. I mean, I just have to find a way to not micromanage. I just have to find a way to kind of let it go and
Totally.
Yeah.
give them the content and give them my writing, and then
Yeah.
that's great.
Yep.
Right.
It's just the scheduling of the post and staying
It's
relevant and doing it enough.
and doing it.
Right.
I know. And it's like you said, the time is so limited.
Time is
like,
limited. Yes.
during the day. So that social media takes a lot of time.
Mhm.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So what are you most excited about right now for the future? I mean, our collaboration is on our site now, so if you're listening, go check it out.
Yes.
And
It's selling quickly.
Yeah,
It's
I
doing
think
so well.
in the next few weeks or month, it'll probably be sold out. So go pick it. Speaking of urgency and shopping.
Yeah.
But what are you excited about work-wise and just inspiration-wise and the holidays? I mean, is there anything like any big projects or something that you're looking forward to for the future?
I'm excited. Well, I love the holidays here. They're so magical, but
Mhm.
I'm excited we moved into a new house.
Oh,
So,
yes.
we've been renting. I don't know, just sort of the excitement of being able to get fully settled and
Are you gonna?
snuggled in.
Are you renovating?
We are not. No, we didn't have to do much.
Oh,
We literally painted and built in a few things, but it's just so nice to be able to feel settled because moving around is hard,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
just moving from house to house. And so that I'm excited about being in our own home for the holidays.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Love that.
fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's just kind of, and then, I've been saying this for years, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I'm
Yeah.
saying it now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a book.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
gonna do a children's book. I don't want to let this time and their ages like
I
pass me
know.
by. It's so relevant to my
Yes.
everyday that
Yeah.
And your daughters
I'm
are
just
4 and 5, right? Yeah.
the girls are 3 and 4,
Oh, 3
and
and
then
4.
River's 13. So, well, I don't know how I would write a book for a middle school age boy, but I can definitely
Six,
focus my
7.
energy.
6, 7. Yeah.
6, 7. My daughter was saying it all morning.
Yeah.
Which is
Even the
4.
girls. Yeah.
The girls. It's
Yeah.
so funny. Maybe that's what it should be called. But
Yeah.
so I'm really gonna try to hunker down, get in like a cozy mode at home over the holidays and really like write something or illustrate something
Yep.
that my girls would love, or anybody
Yes.
that age group, could love. So
I love
Right.
that's
that.
my goal. That is my goal.
Well, my
I love it.
father-in-law has a children's book publisher he's in touch with. So if I can
Oh,
help you at all,
Perfect.
please let us know. I'm happy to, yeah.
no, this is why you have to tell your ideas to
Yes.
keep. You have to share it enough
Yes.
to where, because that's part of the reason why you don't do ideas, is because you never think that
Yeah.
anything could come of it. But I
Yep.
think it's time. So
Yeah.
it's a good time.
Oh,
Yay.
I love that.
I know,
That's
me
so,
too.
so sweet.
Well, and also like so they're 3 and 4, and I'm still reading picture books to my 8-year-old. So
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? There's time
Totally.
this is the right time to do it.
Yeah. Well, it's such
I
a
agree.
special moment. You never want that to end.
I
So.
know. And it's my last, it's my second. So she's like, "Will you read me a book?" And I'm so tired, but I'm like, "No, I'm going to. I'm
Yeah.
going to do
I
it."
know.
Yeah.
I know. It's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
we're going to I
We
love
got
that
to
you put that out in the
Yeah.
universe.
You got to
So
put it out there.
yeah.
I love that.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This was so much fun.
I know. So inspiring. And we just love how everything turned out. And it was so wonderful working with you. And yeah, everyone check out the pullover. And
The Hartley pullover.
also, okay, tell us
And
your, yeah. Oh, and the Muffy.
And the Muffy,
Yeah, the Muffy is so
yes.
good for skiing, I feel like.
Yeah.
so cute. I'm going to be wearing it every day skiing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So tell everybody your Instagram handle and your website.
Okay, it's such a mouthful. It's the same. It's at Sally King Benedict.
Yeah.
And then my website is also the same. SallyKingBenedict.com.
Perfect. Okay, great.
Perfect.
Well,
I wish I
everybody,
got to ask y'all all these questions. I want to just turn around and
I know
ask
that.
you all these things.
That's so
But
sweet.
maybe we can talk in real life, in person, next time I see
I
you guys.
know. I'm like on a mission to get back out to Sun Valley at some point.
I know. Come out here and ski.
I know. We need to. And like Molly's there, my college friend, and I don't
Yeah.
know. You guys would love it too. Kaki's
I
family
know.
skis also.
My husband's on a mission to buy property out in Idaho. So
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. My parents, it's just on the market yesterday.
Yes. Oh, nice. Okay. There you go.
all right.
Well, check it out.
We'll be there soon.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys so
Yeah.
much.
We'll see. Talk
All
to you
right.
soon.
Thanks so
Thanks,
much.
Sally. Bye.
Bye.